Hello, and thank you for joining us for the 2020 Winter Baseball Program. My name is Isaiah Rojas, and that's my contact information right there. If you have any questions about today's program, about the program in general, or anything else, I'll be happy to help you guys out. So what I want to do today is spend some time with you guys and just kind of get you guys prepared and updated as far as what to expect for this upcoming season, which is just less than 2 weeks away. So let's jump right into the presentation. All right, so as a league, our whole focus is on providing a fun, safe, and instructional-based program that works around the kids learning, having fun, and learning good sportsmanship. So as adults, we all have a role to play to make this happen. Parents, you'll be there to support all of our kids using encouraging and positive words and actions. Our coaches are going to be there to teach sportsmanship by being fun, supportive, and positive role models. And our staff is going to be out there to promote fair play through a safe, organized, and fun environment. For this age group, we want the kids to learn the basics of how to hit, catch, throw, and run the bases. But above everything else, we want to make sure that they're having fun throughout the entire process, because that's what's going to want them to continue to play, is that they're enjoying themselves and they're not feeling forced or pressured or having these expectations, which we shouldn't at this age group. We should just allow the kids to enjoy it the best that they can, and they'll continue to want to play. All right, so a quick overview of the season. So some pregame notes I want to touch on. So we do have a coaches meeting that's mandatory for all of our coaches. Whether you're a head coach, assistant coach, team parent, we ask you please attend. It is open to parents as well, and you're welcome to bring your kids. It's going to be at Jungle Joe's in Frisco on Tuesday the 14th at 6:30 p.m. And it should be about 45 minutes that we'll take just to kind of go over some details for you guys and give you guys some resources and best practices to how to run practices, how to manage the game, and how the heck are you going to manage 10 kids running around at the same time, all between the ages of 3 and 6, and try to teach them baseball. We'll give you guys all those details at that meeting. So the league is going to be located at Canada Recreation Area, as well as Shawnee Trail Sports Complex. So Shawnee Trail Sports Complex is the venue that we use pretty much year round, but during the winter time they are doing some renovations and repairs, and so we typically will kind of split our time between the two locations. A couple of quick notes as well is we want to make sure that before the season starts you sign up for snacks. You can actually do that right now, and I'll show you in a little while how to do that. And make sure you save this phone number on your phone, especially during the winter season, and in Texas really all year round. There's weather that's can impact our ability to play out there. So by calling that phone number an hour to an hour and a half before the game time, you'll get an updated message letting you know if the games are canceled, games are on, or what's going on. And then on top of those that we're in a hotline, we also email all of our parents if there is a cancellation. We update the website, and then we'll call the coaches. Okay, so equipment needed for the season. You want to make sure that the kids have cleats or athletic shoes. Either one of those work perfectly fine. For this time of the year, I would definitely recommend baseball pants or just sweatpants, athletic pants. That works great. Baseball glove is the one piece of required equipment that we do not provide for our players. We provide everything else though. We'll provide you the bats, the balls, the helmets, the tees, the bases, everything else that the kids need, but we don't have gloves for each player. So you want to make sure you provide those for yourselves. And if you have any questions as far as what size you want to get for the pieces of equipment, or what brand or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. I have a lot of resources I can pass along to you. But a quick note on the glove: 9 to 9.5 inches, 8 to 9.5 inches is a good size. Usually it'll say T-ball. Basically what you're looking for a baseball glove for this age group is the kid to be able to squeeze it with relative ease and be able to maneuver it without it falling off of his hand. So he can pick it up, he can put it down, he can put it sideways, he can make circles with the glove in his hand, and it's not too big that's going to fly off. So it's something that he could maneuver pretty easily. On the bat sizes, you want to look for a 24 to a 26 inch. Usually it's going to say a T-ball for the type of aluminum bat we use. The balls that we use are RIF1. It's a level 1 baseball. It's a soft core, rubber core baseball with usually a leather top, and that's what we'll use throughout the season. Besides those things, we'll make sure your kids have a water bottle, and then we'll provide you the jersey and hat on opening day, just like our little guys here in this picture. All right, so opening day is not September 22nd. All right, let's get that updated here. Is January 19th. So opening day is January 19th for our upcoming program. So on opening day, what we're going to be doing is the staff will do a quick introduction meeting. So right here, you guys will come into the park, through either entrance park there. The check-in table will be right here at the front of the field area. At that point, we're going to have a quick little introduction meeting with the staff. We'll introduce the coaches and the players and the staff that are going to be there. And once that meeting is done, we're going to hand out the jersey bags and coach envelopes to the coaches. And at that point, you guys will go ahead and head straight to your field to have your individual team meetings. And that's when you'll pass out your jerseys and your hats. You'll pass out name tags. You'll do quick introductions. And if you ordered any shorts, they'll be made up to your home, just so you know about that part. But at that point, the coaches will get their coach's clipboard, the coach's envelope out. They'll hand the welcome booklet out to all the parents, and then they'll update their roster on their clipboard with the jersey number that each child has. So if we give a jersey to to little Billy, he's gonna be number 5. The coach will update the roster that will provide to him with that jersey number. That way, he has that information updated at all times. Once that meeting is done, you guys got their jerseys on, the hats on, everything's ready to go. The introductions are over. At that point, you guys will go ahead and start your practice. So we have two. There's the game field is going to be right here, as you see in the corner. There's a backstop, but we're going to have a set of field area here and another practice area here. So depending on what team you are, you'll be either practicing on the game field area or the practice area. But either way, you'll head to that area. You'll use the practice equipment that we have for you guys. You'll do your 30-35 minute practice, and then once the game is ready to start, you'll come over here to the game and you'll play your game after that. So on opening day, a couple notes. Make sure you do arrive early. It's always good to get there a couple minutes early to make sure that you are in the correct place, you're grouped with your correct team. If there's any questions or concerns that you have, we can address those, and it just helps to come a little bit early and be prepared. During the team meeting with your team, once our staff meeting is done, you want to make sure you inform your coaches if you're going to be missing any games. Coaches, inform your players and your parents if there's a game that you're going to be gone. Inform the other parents if your child has an allergy. That's always a good thing to kind of share with everybody else. That way when we're doing snacks, that's not something that people are bringing something that your kid's allergic to. Be willing to assist your child if needed. For baseball, we typically get a lot of parent participation, which we love. But a lot of times this is the kid's first time playing any sport, or maybe even the first time playing baseball. And whether they're shy, they're just a little bit intimidated, or they just need a little bit extra support and encouragement, make sure you are willing to get out there and help out our coaches. Trying to direct 8 to 10, 3 to 4-year-olds to play baseball and to catch and hit and throw the right direction can be very difficult at times. So if you see that your kid is having some trouble following directions or staying on top of what's going on, please be willing to get out there and assist our coaches. We would really, really appreciate that, and I'm sure our coaches will as well. And so will your kids. They love being able to play with you guys and participate with you guys next to them. And make sure you come informed and ready to go. Know what team you're on, know what time you're supposed to be there, know what field you're on, know who your coach is. That kind of information really helps you to arrive more organized, prepared, and ready to go. All right, so a couple other notes here real quick. So as far as the format of the program, T-ball and coach pitch are both instructional programs, which means that we'll be providing instruction with our staff as well as the coaches, and then providing the game right after that. Teams are coached and led by volunteer parent coaches and supported by our on-field sports coordinators. So we'll have staff out there to support our coaches, but right now each team has either 2 to 3 coaches per team, so we should be well covered, which is great. We love having a lot of coaches, so we appreciate our coaches doing that. We appreciate you guys volunteering. Teams will practice for 30 to 35 minutes. Then once it's ready to start the game, we'll play a 30 to 35 minute game, which typically is around 2 to 3 innings. Sometimes we get 4 in, but mostly 2 to 3 innings. Every player hits and plays the field each inning, and the coach and staff will help. So for the 4-year division, the T-ball, they'll play T-ball the entire time. Our 6-year division, 5 and 6-year-olds will do coach pitch, and you can discuss with your coach if you need your kid to, hey, you're a 6-year-old kid, but he's first time ever playing, I want to go ahead and start him off with the tee. Or hey, I got a 4-year-old, and even though he's young, he knows how to hit from a pitch, so I want to go ahead and do that. whatever you might need for that. Let our coaches know. And kind of an example of what a typical day will look like. You're going to arrive to the field. Once you get to the field with your team, you'll start the practice. Coaches, when you guys arrive, you'll check in at the I9 Sports tent. You'll get your coach's clipboard, and then you'll head out to the field. Like I said, the practices and games are 30 to 35 minutes each. And then we'll wrap up with handshakes, snacks, and sportsmanship medals. So each and every week, we emphasize a different sportsmanship trait. So for the first week of the season, it's typically listening, which is a great trait to emphasize on week one. But every week it'll be a different trait. And at the end of each game, the coaches will hand out a medal to the child who best exemplified that trait. That way we're rewarding not only the performance and their abilities on the field playing baseball, but also the attitude and the behavior and the sportsmanship that they're displaying out there as well, and kind of making those connections. So throughout the season, the coaches will hand a medal to each child after each game, and ensuring that every kid gets a medal by the time the season ends. Coaches, once the games are done, if you do win the sportsmanship award, you can go by the table. We have a sportsmanship award signs that you can take home with you. And coaches, you want to make sure that you also drop off your coach's clipboard and update who won the sportsmanship medal that week on your roster before you hand that in. During the season, we do sportsmanship awards. At the end of the season, we'll have a participation award for all of our players. And as you can see here, this is a picture of what the parent tunnel looks like. The kids really love it. They really enjoy it. And it's a lot of fun. So you'll all line up. The kids will run through there giving high fives to everybody. And it's a really cool experience for everybody there. Some dates to remember besides opening day. February 9th is picture day. The 23rd is our season finale. And if we have any cancellations due to weather, we'll be making up games on either March 1st or March 8th. So mark those dates on your calendars as potential game days, because if we have a cancellation and the weather doesn't participate, which it's Texas and a lot of times that happens, we may be having to play one of those games. We want to make sure you get to show up for those extra games and get your award and get to participate as well. So on top of those things, I want to make sure I go over some information for you guys as far as how to be prepared throughout the season and stay updated with all the league information. So the best resource available to you is the i9sports.com website. So this is where most of you registered, but if you all log in here, each and every parent with a registered child has their own email address and password login. So most of you created this when you did your registration. If you didn't, and this is your first time going on the website, you can very easily create an account for yourselves, and we can just link you to your child. So if you say, hey, my husband wants to get access, the registration's under my name, just have your husband register as a new member, and then we'll link them together. And so we can do that for you guys. Just send me an email, hey, can you link Jim Henderson to my account? That way you can see the information as well. And I can do that with a parent, with a guardian, with a grandpa, grandma, whoever you might want to link up. That way they can see the team's information. But once you log in, you'll go under my account, you'll click on my schedule. This box will pop up. If you have multiple kids playing, it's going to look just like this. But this is what the schedule looks like for football, exactly the same for baseball. But you'll have your schedule for games, arrival time, game information, directions to where you're playing at, what practice field you're on, who your opponent is, what color jersey you're wearing, because all of our jerseys are reversible, so whether it's a red side or the blue side. And then you can sign up for snacks. You can also update your attendance. You can contact your league. You can contact the coaches, check the weather hotline. Everything that you need is all here on the website. So make sure you check that out each and every week. The website is always the most up-to-date resource for your schedule and for all league information. So make sure you check that out. And then, like I said before, signing up for snacks, I would recommend doing that right now. But it's very simple, very easy, and all done on the website. All you got to do is click on the date that you want, click on your name, click submit, you're good to go. Right now we have 8 kids per team, but I would anticipate probably adding a few between now and then. So plan on bringing snacks for 10 kids. If you have 1 or 2 extras, our staff loves snacks, and I'm sure our coaches do as well. Your coaches will as well. I know when I coach and my parents give me an extra snack, I'm just as excited as the players are, if not more, because I'm always hungry after running around all day chasing the kids around. Besides the websites, The weekly newsletter we send out every Wednesday afternoon. Coach of the week, the sportsmanship trait, schedule or league changes, picture day information, field maps, special events, promotions, everything that you need to get prepared for the next week is going to be there on the website, on those emails. If you take any pictures or videos of your kids, please share them with us. This was a picture of a mom who sent us this picture of her kid who was really excited about winning the sportsmanship award that week. And so we'll share this on our social media as well as share this in our weekly emails. And on top of that, if you guys have any questions, concerns, issues, or things that you really are enjoying and positive reviews that you want to share with our staff, make sure you do share those with us. We love knowing what we can do to improve the program for you, as well as what we're doing great that you already appreciate us doing that way. We continue to do that for seasons on going forward. So make sure you do reach out to our staff on those things. One final note that I want to make sure I touch on real quick is, like I mentioned before, we have 8 kids per team right now. We can take as much as 10 kids per team. So if you have a friend, neighbor, sibling, relative that's interested in playing, schoolmate, you can go on the website, again, under the coaches, under that tab, and I'll show you exactly where it's at. Under the My Account tab, you can scroll down, and there's a Refer a Friend link. Under the Coaches tab, if you're a coach, there's tons of information there, so make sure you check that out too. But for the Refer a Friend, you go under My Account, Refer a Friend. There's a link. You'll put the email address and contact information for the person that you want to refer. And for every person that you refer, you get $10 credit. So, and there's no limit to the number of credits you can get. So if you refer 10 new kids every season, it's $100 in your pocket for the next program every single season. So it's just a way for us to say thank you for talking to your friends about us and referring them. And it's also another reason why we do this is one of the number one reasons why kids say that they have fun playing sports is playing with their friends. And that really helps them to enjoy the experience much more. They're much more comfortable when they're out there, especially as a new kid. So I definitely do recommend, if you have a friend that's interested, to have them join, and we can make sure we get them on the same team with you guys. Also, make sure you check out our social media, Instagram and Facebook. Send us pictures, send us videos. If we take a picture of your kid, make sure you like and comment and share on those. Always some good and fun resources on there, as well as contests and other stuff that we do throughout the year. I want to make sure we shout out our sponsors real quick: Frisco Chamber of Commerce, Jump Zone, and Jungle Joe's in Frisco. Make sure you check those guys out. So that's it, guys. Our presentation is over. I hope you guys got some information that you needed, answered some questions that you were looking for, and you are all ready to go for this upcoming season. If there's any more questions that you have, feel free to reach out to me and contact me. I will be happy to help out. This is a very busy time of the year for us as we get ready for the season to start, but usually I can respond to every email within a day or two at the very most. All right, guys, we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the field soon, and we'll see you guys out there.